What's
Hi,
up,
guys.
YouTube? Welcome back to Add Spice. So today we're gonna talk about, is it important to have the cha-ching in a relationship? Of course, we all gonna have our different point of views. Everybody can say whatever they gotta say. You know what I'm saying? But like, we're gonna give our little quote unquote take on like what we think. Cause of course, you know what I'm saying, we in a relationship, we know like, you know, the ins and outs, kind of quote unquote. Like, we still not like, you know what I'm saying, grown ass adults to the point where like we know we experience everything, blah blah. But we know,
lot,
we know, and then we're like also in the third person, like, you know, with other people, like we're you know, in the outside, outskirts,
very
and we see it.
mindful about it, So
Yeah, so we're gonna come at it with like an open mind, you know, to say our open thoughts and just, you know, go from there.
Yeah.
But let's get right into it. So you see a lot of videos on YouTube with like these girls talking crazy, like, oh, like, you know, you need like 6 figures to be with me and stuff like that. So like I'll get it from the girl's perspective. So what do you think? Like, what do you think about that? Like, is it like, like, first, is it a necessity? Like,
look, like, I feel like you need to have just something, because it's not like I'm looking for you just for money wise. I feel like I just need to know that you have a future that we can build together, because I don't want to get somebody that does. The only reason somebody might not have money if they're laying at home probably doing nothing, not getting money.
But yeah, but that's interesting.
That's the only part, and I don't want somebody like that. I want somebody that's a go-getter, somebody that's able to take care of themselves and me. It doesn't have to be like astronomically amount of money for me to be happy. Like, no.
Yeah, but that's the interesting part, because you say that you don't want somebody sitting on their butt all day long and blah
but
blah.
I don't do that either.
But yeah, but then there's a lot of most of the girls that like want a dude 6 figures is because they want a dude that's gonna sit there and take care of them. And then they gonna bring up the idea of like, oh, we are birth givers. And like all this and this and that, and then we do so much for you, we cook, clean. But half of these girls, they don't know how to cook.
Basic.
They don't know how to clean.
That's just basicness of what you should bring to the table.
Yeah, like
there's so much more to like also give to a guy that he should be giving to you.
Like
it's not always take. It has to be a amount that we can both work together.
It's a modern age. Yeah. We're not in the traditional ways. Like a lot of women, like they talk about these traditional ages, but they really don't want to go back to that, because like the women, like you notice, like the women back then, the women got no voice, women had no rights.
Now we're rising up.
When it's in their like what's that called? When it's beneficial for them, they'll bring up all this BS talking about some this and this and that and this and this and that, and the woman is supposed to do this, is supposed to do that, but like it's like, girl, you don't want to go back to that.
Like,
ages?
Look, now,
you don't want to go back to that.
A guy can also take care of your child.
Yeah,
a guy can also clean. A guy can also cook.
Why can't I be a stay-at-home dad? Like, come on now.
Like, if I made money, I'm pretty sure he'll be like,
I'm chilling.
But like, he also want to work, because we want to stay busy.
We all want to be.
It keeps us like going, give us stories, like, you know what I mean.
Of course, like when you have a kid, like how women say, oh, I'm a birth giver, blah blah. Like, of course, you can stay at home for your, 2-3 months, 4 or 5 months, depending on how long that it takes.
I know people that they have kids and stuff. They work throughout their pregnancy and go back to work. And of course, not ideal. Like, I do think like they need that time off and stuff much.
Like that's how, like, I think like
even afterwards,
if you take like a cool like the last couple months of your pregnancy off and then post pregnancy, just so you can recuperate,
and
then
also
like
start taking care of your child while they're so young.
Because a lot of people don't even like, especially like a newborn child, they don't really trust.
I feel like that's the biggest like
they don't
target.
Really,
it's birth and a kid.
Yeah.
Because if not, what's stopping you then from actually also contributing to
bro,
that
like
relationship?
Having a child is just what, maybe like the 9 months of being pregnant, maybe a couple months like
afterwards.
After that, and then whatever. Like, that's just that portion of your life. You're really gonna like sit here and tell me that you need like all of this time to not do anything, and like that's what you bring to the table. Like, come on now.
Like raise their children. Like, people want that life, and if you have that life and that like opportunity, take it, because you also want to like give your child good experience, and you want to form a bond with them.
But that's what I was saying though. Like, also a lot of people, when they're like newborn babies and stuff, they don't really trust like other people. Like, you see a lot of videos on the news and stuff like that, where people are mistreating like other people's kids. Like, they're like, don't even feed them. They like mistreat them, like hitting them.
That's why you also gotta make sure you have some family members that could at least help, or you could trust.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, specifically
or
for
take, you know, time. Your husband, let's say you're starting your new job, he schedules it where he could work this time and you schedule yours. You know, if you're fortunate enough to schedule it this time, so you both have an equal amount to see your child and also take care of each other. So you know, it's not like an imbalance that is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Specifically for that, like that 9 months and maybe a couple months like afterwards, like it'd be okay for like at least like one of the like the partner, like the male partner, to be quote unquote the breadwinner and like, you know, supply like for at least that like that
it's
year.
Get to a
you know
point
what
where
I'm
it's
saying?
like you're not gonna want to work because
But
what
then
happens
after
if
that-
complications happen,
Yeah, but-
morning sickness, all this stuff, and you can't really do nothing, and like that's understandable. But if you're able to work and you just don't want to, that's just
Then
you
that's
don't
just you.
want
That's
to.
just you. Like I said, there's a lot of like
You
women.
want stuff to be done for you, and I understand there's a point where you're like, oh, I want to be catered to because I'm carrying your child. This, you know, bringing your thing to life, like
you, hear that?
you know.
You listen to that. It's your child. Like a lot of women really say that, but like it's your child.
It's
too.
also your child.
It's your child. It's
you
your
guys'
responsibility.
child, like,
it's like we did this together. Like, and I know like women gonna say like, oh, this and this and that. Like, bro, do not take it. Like, especially like young ladies coming up and like, you know, like the teens, because like it happens, you know, people have slip ups and stuff like that. Like, do not like depend on no man.
Please don't.
There's
like
a
you
lot,
gotta have yourself settled before you even get into a relationship.
there's a lot of single
because
moms
if you
out
know
there.
you're settled by yourself and you don't need nobody, and you can depend on yourself to buy yourself stuff, to take care of yourself mentally, physically,
then you'll be ready.
Then if you want a companion to share your life with and like do fun stuff with and just, you know, have a presence that you enjoy, then do that. That's when you should have like a partner.
Especially,
not for like, you know, financial reasons and stuff, because like now that's the term where gold digger comes in, because like, you know, you want somebody just because they have money, they look like they have money.
It's real tough, like especially for the, like I said, for the young ladies that like have a child at a young age. Now you're depending on somebody else. Like that's why like it's harder for you to find a man, because all you want is somebody making 6 figures that can take care of
or
not only
maybe
you.
not even 6 figures in like where we are now.
No, but I'm
just
saying
more money than the average.
No, but I'm saying like they want this like wealthy man so that they can take care of her and her child, and she doesn't have to do anything else. Bro, that child of yours is not his child. He don't care about that. You just a target. You look good. He gonna want to do things with you. That's it. That child is not his priority. Like a lot of men, they're really not for that. Like,
they're not. They do stuff and where the consequences lead them to stuff that they didn't want to, but now they gotta deal with it.
Now they gotta deal with it. Yep.
And you know, so like, it happens.
Yeah. So like, I know we got a little bit off track, but like, you know, isn't money a necessity? Of course. At the end of the day, like when you go out with a girl, like your first date, you don't want to portray yourself as somebody that has like all this money in the world, because like you're gonna be an easy target. Like you're gonna be an easy like person into like, oh, he has money. Like let me be with this person. Like that's an attribute that you.
I mean, you know, sometimes it can come off like that, but if you know who you're going out with and you know the girl that you're with, and you know you're not there for a one night stand or whatever, and you know this girl wants something else than just, you know, see you once and whatever, then if you know that girl, prior to talking to her, that she looks like she has good morals, that, you know,
yeah, I feel like
that kind of person that you know that, you know, maybe you can be more comfortable and say, you know, what you do, you can splurge a little bit because you want to show her a good time and whatever. But if you know that girl already from the jump is like a little crazy and a little like,
you should go meet somebody like blindly, like you don't know anything about them. Like that's the point. Like you want to,
but don't overshare.
You should go into a relationship blindly, because like you should not know. Like it's good that you don't know anything about them, because at that moment you can both share, you can both come along together and introduce what you can like physically like bring to the table, aside from like money, looks, things like that. Because like it's like women think that their looks is all what it is, all that matters, and then some guys think that as their money is the only thing that matters. Like, and that's why like I'm like in the middle with it, because guys complain about women. All women want is money, but then like that's all they show off. Like they got a nice car, they got a Beamer, they got this money, they got the Gucci belt, they got, you know, the Burberry shirt. Like, don't do that to yourself. You're putting yourself in a situation where like you attract what you like.
Yeah, if
what
you come outside,
you
people are gonna be like, ooh, and then there's gonna be girls that are already like after that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're already an easy target with all that stuff, you're not gonna get the crowd, the people you want.
The people you want.
Yeah, the people you need in your life. Because remember, like, you may want this, but it may not be good for you. So
of course, 100%. But yeah, like, money is a necessity in a relationship. I think you should be able to, like, you know, whenever, like, of course, if you number one, if you want to start a family, like, off the rip, diapers is not cheap, you know, milk, all of the, like, clothes is not cheap, like, off rip, you need your own living space, like, those are things that you have to take into account. Like I said, if you want to start a family, like, it's really a necessity. If you're in a young relationship, you're gonna take into account the, like, countless like, dinners, you know, maybe like a little outing here and there, you know, just hanging out, going to the movies, this and that. And that's not like a crazy necessity. Like, you don't need to be going out every single time of the day, but just to, like, show that you do care, like, maybe some flowers a little bit here and there.
It could be a pizza day or
just
something.
A little pizza day.
It don't have to involve money, but it has to just enough where you could do those things if you want to.
It's about time. I mean? Like, it's really not about the money. Like, of course, like, time is money. You can say time is money and stuff like that. And we're, like, at the age where it's like you go outside and it's $100. Just breathe in the air is $100. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it is what it is. But just make it so that, like, the money is not the big, like, upfront emphasis. Like, it shouldn't be about the money. It should just be about the time. Like, you go on a picnic, of course you're gonna spend, like, you know, maybe $50 because now everything's so expensive. $50 on, like, maybe a little snack, some strawberries, you know, a little, like, whatever. Like, you don't even need, like, a little cloth. You have that at home. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, like, of course. But of course, like, remember, like, you don't need to do this every day. It's just, you know, like I said, the time. The time is the key. And that's just, like, you know, that's just what it is.
And if you're enjoying, like, your partner and stuff like that, you can literally be chilling, like, at home, watch anything. You could stay at home. But yeah, you don't have to have expensive dates. Like, if you care about the person, you know, aside from being the gold digger, and you know this person is good for you, you're gonna know that this person is not gonna want you to spend money. This person wants you to save money, so at the end of the day you can have a bigger investment, and that'll be later on, you know, because right now when you're young and stuff, you grind, you do what you have to do, and then, like, when it's starting to get serious and you're trying to move out, and, like, or you're already moved out and you're doing your own thing.
It really all depends on, like, what stage you're at.
Stuff.
Because, like, it really, like, you can go from, like, there's a lot of, like, different relationships. There's high school sweethearts. There's, like, you know, people that met after whatever, like, after they're moved out or whatever, blah, blah. And then now they gotta, like, find somebody to move in with them or whatever. Like, things like that. Like, you know.
Anything.
Like, but you don't, like, for example, me, like, I don't want to live in a house, like, whatever, and then I have to bring somebody along, and then they live for free, you know? I don't want to pull somebody out of a situation just to live for free.
But
like,
also,
if we're partners, like, help me so that I can help you. Like, I'm helping you by bringing you in with me because we're in this together. Now, you got to help me out, you know? Like, I think we should just, like, conjoin together and make this about us. Like, it's not like just one person just chilling and then, like, I gotta like pay for everything, you like all your living expenses, and I gotta take you out because, like, I'm the man, so I'm like typically, like, the male is supposed to be doing all this extra, the man's supposed to be doing this, take you out on dates, then
like,
I gotta
his job.
Then I gotta splurge you. I gotta take you out to the mall, buy you gifts, buy you this, buy you that. Like, women, y'all are not that special. Like, I'm sorry.
No, first of all, it's not even that. It's just that we've come to a point where we got our own money too. Like, I feel like if you have an aspiration to become, you know, something greater than, you know, your people that come before you, like, especially your family, and you want to do better for yourself and help others, like, I feel like you're in that position to also help. I understand if I have a job and you have a job, but you get paid 40, 50, let's just say, you know, minimum wage, whatever. I get paid minimum wage and somehow you get paid $50 an hour for whatever, right? I understand if I would pay less stuff than you, but we both work. Now that's a situation. I could also offer you something here and there, but I can't offer you something all the time. I can't pay all the time we go outside. Now I understand that. But if I'm also trying and I'm also doing it, that's already effort. and that's already a sign that, you know, we want to work together, and I want to get to the point that I'm also making who knows how much an hour.
Yeah.
So, and you know, you also got these people where it's like, let's say, like the guy, if the guy is in charge over here and he got all the money and he's like, whatever. And if he's inviting you to his house or whatever, you don't want somebody to also talk down to you and be like, oh, I paid the bills, I do this, you do nothing. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to also feel like, who are you to tell me that? Now I'm gonna feel like, you know, that's you also want to feel an equalness in the
you shouldn't, like, people say, like, oh, like, you know, the 50-50 thing. I don't think you should be 50-50.
I don't know it's about 50-50.
It should be 100-100, because if you have to put your 100% and I have to put my 100% for both of us to survive and make it in this world, like, that's what it should be. Like she said, if she's making $12 an hour and I'm making $50 an hour, if both of our wages, our salaries together complete what makes like our suitable life, then that's all we're gonna have to do. Like, that's all our entire salary should go towards that. It shouldn't be like, oh, if you make, you know, $500 a week, you put in $250. If I make $1,000 a week, I put in $500. No, it's not. That's not what it is. If we want to live this like lavish lifestyle where, like, you know, we want to go out, we gotta pay for like our utilities, our really living expenses, and we want to go on trips, go on dates every so often, want to cater food from like the different places just to eat. We don't want to cook, we don't want to save money. Then we have to really like put in our both of ours 100%.
Yeah, or know your financial states, because you gotta also know yourself. Like, you can't overspend, because you're gonna max out this, max out that. Like, what's the point if you actually take account into like, okay, this gotta be paid, oh, that, whatever. You also gotta know, you know, it's financial, like, you know,
financial literacy.
Yeah, like, yourself. Because if you're gonna think, oh, he got it, thinking he had it, and maybe that time he spent it on something else or whatever. Yeah, he don't got it. You guys have to have a backup plan and be smart about, you know, planning money wise, not always depending on somebody to do it.
That's when the depending on somebody comes in. Like, you think like, oh, he got it this month, and I'm gonna be honest. Nah, it don't work like that. What if that month, like, you thinking that I got it, and I'm telling you, I can tell you that I got it this month. But then what if my car breaks down? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now I don't got it anymore. But you, since you wanted to like depend on me, now you spent your money on like nails and a new Gucci bag, and now both of us don't have money. Like, I have a valid reason. I had an emergency. You did it because you depended on me. And then now it's done, you know? Or what if like not even you covered yourself? Like, what if you like didn't just splurge yourself? Like, I splurged you. But I thought I was good because I didn't have that emergency, you know, before that. But now I have an emergency and I just spent my money on you. What we gonna do? Return it? Return your bag? No, we're not gonna
Somebody gotta have backup money to
Somebody has to cover. You know.
It's true.
But like I said, you know, everything has its stages. That's like I said, if you move in together, you know, you're gonna have like
a more serious relationship because something happened or whatever. That's when you're like, you gotta settle down.
And you really gotta put
for yourself,
priorities,
for your kid, straight. Or whatever it is. But definitely just know where you were at, because you can't depend on people.
Know your partner. You know, that's really like, you know, like ask those questions that like make people uncomfortable. Like, you know, like how would you feel?
Especially in a relationship. It shouldn't just be like la-di-da-la. Like, you know, oh, you look cool, you look fly, whatever. Yeah. Maybe he looks cool and he don't got money. Yeah, like that's how it be nowadays.
Dude can have the flyest drip.
Oh my God, that's all you see.
Not have $1,000 in his pocket. You know what I'm saying?
And
Dude
you go mess with him thinking he got money, and then all of a sudden what?
Dude could have the Mercedes, BMW,
you know
what I'm saying?
The chain.
And just have what it takes to cover
just
that. He's not gonna splurge you, and not that you should be looking for that, because that's when you know what I'm saying, but. Those are just things that, you know, he doesn't have his priorities straight.
So why are you gonna mess with somebody that don't even got himself settled?
It looks nice. It looks nice. It's gonna look good for you as well, because you're getting out of, you know, Mercedes. But you know what I'm saying, it's not really, you know.
And you can't be a fixer and be like, oh, I can fix him. We can grow together. Like, yes, you can think about.
That's a good point. Don't think you a fixer. Don't think that.
Like you can think about growth, but he gotta be already in a good stage in his life, because you gotta make sure that he can take care of himself. and like at one point you guys can take care of each other, because you don't want somebody that's just about this lifestyle and can't give you what you want, and you're already deep in messing with him, and all of a sudden you notice, oh man, this is not a great person. Like, you don't want to be regretting all this stuff. Like, just learn from experience, from other people, from anything, and just think about, you know, anything forward, because you don't want to get yourself involved in a situation that you're like, damn, like, I wish this didn't happen. And it happens all the time because we are human. But if it does get to that point, just, you know, try to be mindful of the future is going to keep going. Like, you know what I mean? So you're going to have to just, especially when it comes to money-wise, money is all around us, and it literally controls so many aspects in our lives. Yeah.
Another interesting point is just know your statistics. Like, your average Joe is not gonna be making $100,000 a year. That's
middle
like
class, you know, just maybe less
the
than
average.
that.
The average person is not making that. Average person making $50,000, maybe like 40 something. That's only the 10% of males in the United States making $100,000. And then for the women that are like outrageous out here wanting to do making millions, that's the 1%, girl.
And then it's also where you look at, because you can't go at the bottom of the sea looking for all these people that got money. No, you gotta associate yourself with people like-minded you, and you know, if you're in that mindset, they're gonna keep you around. But if they know you're already like a gold digger doing that, they already know you're bottom feeder. Like, they don't want somebody like that. They want somebody that can expand their mind, and it's not just about gossip and this and that and just money and material things. Like, you know, it may look okay, cute in the outside, you know, that bad bitch lifestyle, but like, not every guy wants that. Like, a guy's gonna see that and be like, oh, you know,
you're just like, you know how when you work on Amazon, you're just a number. Like, you're just a number. You're just a number to a dude with money. Like, he don't care what you got.
A dude will mess with you no matter what you look like, what you have. If he's in need of one thing, you know, a girl for the night, for whatever, he's gonna go for you.
About you, and, you know.
Sadly, yeah.
It is what it is. You know, is, you know. Don't make your relationship about money. Make it if you genuinely like, if all you want to do is sleep with somebody, go ahead. If you really want to,
if that's it, you know, it makes you happy.
If you want to build something, like, find yourself somebody serious that's gonna take that serious and go for it. Everybody has their intentions, you know. Just make yours the right ones, you know.
Meaningful.
Make correct choices. Like
worth
I said,
a while. Yeah.
Like I said, ask those like right questions in that moment. Like what do you want to be at in 5 years? Like, that's really like a lot of it makes people uncomfortable. But, you know, you have to see who you really want to be with. So, learn from the lessons. We're here to, like, I guess you say give back a little bit, right?
I mean, like,
give some knowledge. You know, we're not like the most knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? But
we live and learn. You know,
live and learn. Yeah, just
and even with us, like, they may want to know how we are a little bit, and I feel like we share, like,
it's about us. We share everything. Everything is us together. So, like,
you know, because it's not all about girls get dates, girls
they ain't
get
worried
this.
about us. They just here for the advice, I guess you could say.
No, but I also feel like, you know, it's a connection through it too, because we're talking like if we're like whatever, but we also have our downfalls, because sometimes, you know, guy, I could say, oh, I want this, I want that, I want that, but then am I giving it to him? You know what I mean? Which, you know, we try to be as not as equal, like, to be, oh my gosh, whatever, but we try to be as, like, you know, that we may go out one day, he may pay for it, and the next day we go out and I may pay for it.
It's so bad to give somebody like the world every single second of the day, because there's gonna be that point in your life where you're not gonna be able to, like even if it's like a 24-hour period, you know what I'm saying? It can't be a month, it can't be a year for a lot of people, but that point is gonna come when you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Whether it be like a priority, whether you want to like save to get a house, you want to save for whatever, or you're really just broke, you know? There's going to be one point where like you're not going to be able to give somebody the world. And then what are they going to do? They're going to turn their back on you.
They're going to be like, you know, okay, you can't keep up with my, like, you know.
Can't keep up with me, so then what's the problem? You're not building like the right.
Then you're going to see the true colors and be like, oh damn, they only wanted me for this.
You're not building the right intentions,
blind,
the right relationship. So you know, just like I said, make sure
take into considerations a lot of things when you're going into a relationship, because there's a lot of people that they don't have the good intentions.
Unfortunately, this world is, you know, is going like not in the right direction. It's not going in the right direction. With a lot of people, like social media, you know what I'm saying, it has these people brainwashed into believing like so many bad different things.
It's all fake.
So just
you just gotta know where you know.
Yeah, just
it's
like
all a game. Like,
just humble yourself a little bit. You know, that's all you could do. Humble yourself a little bit. Don't think because like your friend has a boyfriend that has like, you know, gives her this and this and that. That's not your path.
That's what you want. That's what you need.
If that's what's meant for her, you know what I'm saying, then that's what's meant for her. That doesn't mean it's meant for you. What comes for you
will be for you. You know, you attract what you want. Like, you know what I mean? So if you're attracting the wrong things, maybe look at yourself and be like, what am I doing?
Everybody's path is different. Everybody's time comes at a different time. We all gonna die. We all gonna be rich at a certain time. We all gonna be wealthy. We all gonna live these experiences at different times. It is what it is, you know? It just has to come with work, with time, with patience, with, you know, the grind, the downs, the ups, like everything. So just take it day by day, you know, live your life, make correct choices,
be humble,
associate yourself with the right people, and you'll be alright, man. You'll be alright. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, like I said, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you've been in a situation like that. If you are that person, don't be that person. But don't be a gold digger. But yeah, just, you know, like I said, leave a like. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
Bye.